I'm not still muted, right? I cannot possibly be still muted. Right? We're back. We're back. I'm muted. No audio. Back with audio. Thank you, audio. You fucking people scared me. They scared me. What time is it? We still have 2 hours. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I really don't know. I cannot wait to, like, tomorrow we're having the new computer. I cannot wait for that. I'm sorry. If any raiders stayed here, happy to have it here. I'm sorry about that. I will ban everyone that says muted. Thank you, Ari. That was a suspense. Yes. But who would you go for? Who would you go for, chat? I did not set up the new computer yet. I cannot wait to do that tonight. I'm gonna have on the side only raiders. Yes, because raiders like usually get kicked away from the stream, you know. Blonde dude in the middle. Guy with a tattoo. This one? You like this guy? You like this guy? I don't. If I had to pick. If I had to put them like in an order. Subjective. If I have to put them in a graduatory for myself, I think I would go. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The left guy is your top pick. This guy, maybe with this light doesn't look good, or at least like the hair. The hair looks like they're stuck in his head. You know. The hair looks like they're stuck in his head. Not like him too, but still. Anyway, let's see.
Hi, how'd you do?
Oh, did you like my inner OCD kind of kicked in? I just had so many questions.
Okay.
It's hard. You know, when I think about life, dating, I think my biggest thing about dating is the kind of guy you date is probably the kind of guy you could marry. I'm not saying this is a marriage thing,
okay,
but the direction you start in is probably the direction you keep going. So you want to date the kind of people that have that potential. I think you will like this person. I think you're going to find him handsome.
Okay.
And I think you may have a connection on the faith spiritual level.
Okay.
And there's a surprise, a bonus feature.
Great.
That will wait to tell you the third thing about him.
Oh,
what is the third feature?
Okay.
Is it the long hair, the feature?
Hey! What's your name, Jen?
My name is Will.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She didn't even remember the name.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's because I go to the University of Maryland.
Maryland boy.
Yeah.
Dad.
But are you from Maryland?
No, my dad grew up in Maryland.
Such a cringe situation. It's like, what was your name? I don't remember. I don't remember your name. Oh, shit.
Couldn't tell you. I was 12. I ate a lot of crabs.
I can show you around.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'll have to see you next time I'm there. I'll be in New York this summer, so.
You can take me there.
Okay.
There you
Sounds good. Awesome.
He has
Great to
cool
meet you.
eyes.
Nice to meet you too. Can I get your number and Instagram?
Yes. Oh.
Oh!
Put my Instagram in.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, she didn't give the number. She didn't give the number. She gave the Instagram. I don't think she likes him.
Because he was shorter than me. But then the Maryland thing made a little more sense, and he does have really beautiful eyes, so we'll see. Do you think your dad kind of chose someone that he would like to hang out with? Probably. It sounded like he was really getting along with everyone.
I just was hanging out with some of the guys, and I'd love to get to know them more because
Just like you got out with the guys.
they're all interesting, amazing, creative, and encountering people and learning their stories is just
from here,
part
not
of the
sure if
richness
she
of
looks-
life.
I love my
him or
dad.
not,
He makes everyone
right?
feel very loved. Yeah, sure. He has my number, so it's up to him. But he seems like a really nice guy, so we'll see. I'm like super open to meeting and hanging out with anyone. Yeah.
This is giving me. Wait, what? The dad in it? What is? Bro, this is even more cringe. Oh my god. Are you teaching her to dance like this?
That's the end. It's only like a...
Wait, he was a contestant. Davide! Davide, thank you so much. Davide, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate you. There's not much studying going on here. Sorry, Queen. Sorry, not today. Davide, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Today's a super cozy day. Today we're chilling and talking about love.
Can you give me LOL's answer on Instagram? Kek.
Let's do it live. Davide Claro, let's see what the heck did you write to me and why I did not answer to you. I usually answer to everyone, so let's see. You studied data science too? Hi, Destiny. Dynasty, sorry. Davide Claro, is that the same one that you have on Instagram? Davide Claro? Maybe? Yeah. I answered to you! I answered to you! Oh, is it because... Oh, wait. Is it because I answered to you, lol? Is it because I answered to you, lol? Is it because I answered to you just... Wait. And I answered lol? Oh, because I answered to you lol every time? No, I answered... What? Look at... We talk a lot also. Kinda. We talk a lot. Okay, I agree. Another time I answered to you lol. But then... I wrote no. Another one was no. Another one was no. And another time I answered with a question mark. And then I answered to you, hey, yeah? And then, look, I answer. Look at this. Yeah? And one time I didn't understand your question, so I answered with a question mark. Wait, like... I answered with a question mark. I didn't know. I answered to every single message. I told you. You have that. If you write something to me, you have to be ready that I will most probably expose you. I will most probably expose you. Oh shit! I have to do something that I forgot. I forgot to do something. Shit. I forgot. Wait, okay. Shit, I forgot. Anyway, I will find a way to do it later. I do answer to any message. I do answer to every message. I swear. If they're like good questions, I answer. Sometimes I just answer with a smiling face. Okay, I could improve my answering skills, but I am trying. I answered to every message. Yeah, yes. I don't know how to answer to you, so it's long. Yes. It's just answer with K. No, the new K is like the double tap on the message. Most elaborate answer? Yeah, no. I do better than that. You wanna watch more of these? I think they're fun. Like, let's... No, not again. We watched this already. Like... 10 women choose his perfect match? Oh, is this... Wait! Is this... Team effort. Oh, I like it. I like the team effort. Wait. Oh, so the girls decide which one of them is gonna be dating him, and the date is Melvin?
Hi, I'm Melvin. Nice to meet you guys. How are you? This is terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, thank you. We'll name him today. He hasn't been named yet.
Oh yeah, we recognize Melvin. Yes, we did recognize. Yes. Yes, we recognize him. Of course we do. No worries. The jumper is cool.
Swipe right on Melvin. You're gonna stay standing in your spot. If you would swipe left as a no, exit now.
Oh, okay, Melvin. You see, it's not like just me. He has a Toyota? Wait, what?
Okay.
That is not nice to say, Ace. That is not nice.
Pop in the drinks.
Guys, I'm 19.
So you can't
I can't.
Illegal. He's a baby. He's a baby, chat. I guess no Melvin. No Melvin. G fell in love with a baby. How new? How new?
That one. But does anyone want cider? I'm like the bartender today. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
I feel like I can tell like pretty good dad jokes sometimes.
Give us one.
Yeah, you guys want, okay. Okay, what do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef.
Ground beef. Okay. What do you call a cow with 3 legs? Tri-tip.
That was a good one.
Cheers. Do you guys like movies? Like,
Yes.
like
What's your
movie?
favorite movie? Or top 3?
As a kid, my favorite movie was Forrest Gump, just because it was really fun.
She's way too invested.
I do.
Okay.
Wait, who's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Okay, classic.
Spider-Man.
Which Spider-Man though?
Andrew Garfield. I'm sorry.
As a kid, he is a kid. Shut up.
No, that movie
No!
was like made for like the
Tom Holland.
female gaze. So I'm so happy that you said that.
Who's your celebrity crush?
There's this golfer.
Okay. Chat.
Me too.
Wait.
No, that movie was like made for
No, there's some of them
like
are
the female
covering.
gaze. So I'm
No,
so
Andrew.
happy.
Who likes Andrew Garfield?
Who's your celebrity crush?
Tom Holland.
There's this golfer. Her name's Lily Huh, and she's my celebrity crush. I'm not. If you're watching this,
Wait. Let me show it to you. That's the one. That's the one. Understandable.
Lily Huh,
I would say
and
understandable.
she's my celebrity crush. I'm not. If you're watching
Smash. Smash.
this, don't hit me up.
10 girls.
Don't hit me up. That's what I was gonna say. Like, don't hit me up. Like,
Are you currently studying anything?
yeah, I'm studying.
Imagine saying that in a show where they're trying to find you the match in there. Bro, that's the worst thing you could have said right there.
I'm majoring in PR at USC, and then I'm minoring in computer programming.
Oh, nice.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, so like I'm into photography, and I've done like some pretty cool shoots with that.
Have you been in any relationships?
I have.
It's not cringe.
About a year.
Why did it end?
Yeah, so something just happened. I think I saw something that I shouldn't have seen. So
Like through the phone type?
through the phone on
So you
Instagram.
go through the phones, you lurk
You
through the
know.
phones too?
Oh, I saw it on my phone. Yeah.
Wait. What's your sign?
Oh, like Libra? Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're
I'm a
Libra?
Yeah. Right.
Oh my god, me too! Are you that? No! You have 1,000 questions
Yo,
to
how many
ask.
Libras are there here? Oh my god.
Wait, okay, so do you have like a hot take?
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
need like a.
this girl is way too involved. She's trying too hard.
How many Libras are there here? Oh my god.
Wait, okay, so
You don't see her. Wait, let me move on the other place. Very wrong place to be, apparently.
do you have like a hot take?
Okay, I'm gonna need like a subject though. Like I don't have just
Music.
When I first listened to him, I didn't get the hype about Frank Ocean. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. No, like it's good. Like it's good music. But
I like the girl. I like this girl. Oh my God, like I said that I like this girl without even seeing that she has my same boots. She has my same boots. You like me to go down there? Okay. She has my same boots. That's why I like her. That's why I like her, chat. Wait, let me go over here and then I'll put you right here. You see? I love these boots. These boots are so cool. But I think that she has the more expensive version. She has the wolf ones. But yeah, I think that I really like her. I really like her. Like the style. Yeah. I would go for one of these two.
Like they cry to him like every day.
Okay. So what's your top 3?
Top 3? The
like
Marias.
I would dress like them.
Marias. Blackpink. Baby Keem. Yeah. I didn't go to Coachella though. I wish I did. I saw BTS that weekend though.
Oh. Wait, you went to Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I was gonna go, but I went to Coachella weekend 2 instead.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Victorville.
I'm from Colorado.
Out of state?
Yeah.
Did you move here or?
Yeah, for school. I go to UCSD.
UCSD. So you had to like drive here.
Yeah.
I'm from the Bay originally. Yeah.
See, that's a red flag. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, why? Oh my God.
Orange County, in your area.
Another red flag. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm from Fresno, but I go to UCLA, which is gonna be another red flag because we're rivals.
The door's over there.
It's a bit of a red flag
Jerry,
from the
you
Bay.
don't seem interested. Don't hit me with a bus.
Well, that's my personality.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's the age. But he's cute.
There's some people that are like pretty long distance from him, so that might be like a. Does anybody think?
Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm feeling that there are some. Wait, let's finish.
There's like something wrong with the age difference.
I'm 23, so I'm a little bit older.
Yeah.
I feel like some girls are like making sure to bring the attention on some things, and the others will realize and be like, yeah, the age, you know?
He's 19.
I mean, so far I'm like, you probably have a lot more in common right now.
Oh yeah, the whole
Maybe.
K-pop thing.
Yeah,
I love
even just a couple things.
Anybody like really feeling it? And they're like, yeah, I definitely want to stay for the next round.
I think we're all in love with him.
I told you. Oh, they are eliminating one person. Like, you see, if I wanted to date him right now, I would be extremely smart and I would write down the person that I think that he would like the most, so she's out of the way. That would not be good for him though. So maybe that's why I'm not in a relationship.
Now at this point, does anyone want to self-eliminate?
Blur, you just said, okay. I'm sure. Yeah. Why you girls are so brutal? Why are we brutal? What do you mean are we brutal?
How are you?
Good. Hi.
You ready to be done with this?
You know what? I'm enjoying every moment of this. Nice
How
to meet
are
you
you?
again. Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Are you nervous at all?
Extremely.
Me too. I'm a little bit
Yeah,
nervous.
my heart. Sorry, what are you majoring
She
in?
looks a little bit Canadian.
Kinesiology.
I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
PT?
Vibes.
Yeah, yeah. I do community college, but I'm a business major right now. Yeah, business
Are you
marketing.
planning on transfer somewhere? Like,
Yes, not exactly sure where yet, but
Consider USC.
consider
Like-
USC,
too old? I
transfer.
am old, though,
You'll show me the
right?
spots.
Yeah.
I go to UCLA, remember? We're rivals. I know, a bit of a red flag, but distance wouldn't be a problem for us.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. UCLA was my dream school too.
Oh, really?
I got waitlisted. I don't think I got off the wait list, but then I got into the rival school and like,
I agree, Joseph.
Oh, that's just
I
like,
went
I got
there.
rejected from USC, so.
it's all
What's the name
arbitrary.
of the boots? The ones that she has, the expensive one. I think that they're Wolf. If you search for Wolf boots, you find them. Otherwise, I got the Steve Madden ones that are cheaper.
Like that.
Yeah.
The whole process. What would you say is like a green flag?
A green flag? Okay, this is like a really specific green flag.
Naked
Like
wolf.
if they
There we
can
go.
cook, like that's a plus, you know. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to know how to cook.
I can make like very basic things.
Okay.
Like a salmon bowl, I got you.
Ooh.
Other than that, I think the most complicated thing I've ever done was like
Cereals.
Just kidding.
What are your hobbies?
I'm
I'm becoming like them. I'm becoming like them. I have the same brain of a 19-year girl.
I'm a rock climber, so I like being outside. Are you afraid of heights?
I'm not afraid of heights, but I just feel like I wouldn't be athletic enough to like
Oh no,
climb a
it's just
wall.
fun.
I was about to say I really like your outfit.
Oh,
Those
thank
boots are
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
I
I was
know.
scared to wear them because I didn't know how tall you were. Kind of a power move.
Where'd you get the skirt?
The skirt is from Depop. Shop secondhand. I'm super into fashion. I saw your little bear.
I like
Still have to
her.
name it.
What do you have any ideas?
Honestly, I feel like Melvin Jr. was a good one.
Okay.
Style is fun, and like you can tell a lot about a person looking at their outfit.
What would you like say about me?
I love
Okay,
those
the
boots.
black is giving like a little bit reserved, mysterious, but then the teddy bear is like, okay, well he has
It's
a
more like
soft
a
spot. There's two sides to everybody.
You know what I've been trying to get recently?
What?
I want a racing jacket really bad,
Yeah, I
but I
love
haven't
those.
been able to like find one.
We go to thrift. We'll find one.
Gotcha.
We'll find one.
So are you into
Oh,
fashion or
it's,
anything like that?
Not really, are you?
No.
I swear whatever looks
I'm
good.
not.
I have one question. Tarantino or Nolan?
Okay, Nolan.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Like, okay, I do find Tarantino movies like really entertaining.
Yeah.
I just enjoy Nolan movies a little more.
Favorite Nolan movie?
This might be a hot take. I should have said this earlier.
I don't like her.
But I really
I don't
enjoyed
like her.
Tenet. Like, I really enjoyed Tenet.
Oh my god, I love Tenet.
Growing up, I liked a lot of anime.
Are you still into anime or?
I honestly don't have time, but I read a lot of manga, and I'm watching Spy Family right now. We should watch one together.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Have
I
you
want to
seen
ask,
Spy
like, what's your
Family?
nationality?
I'm Chinese.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Chinese, but I was born like here in LA. My mom's from China, and like my dad kind of grew up in Hong Kong. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I'm Bosnian, but I grew up here. Yeah, it's just both of my parents are from there. I really like it there. I actually lived there for like a year.
Oh wow. How'd you like that experience?
It was so good. I feel like it's always nice to like meet people that are the same like you and just like really get in touch with your culture.
Do you know exactly what you're like looking
Recommend
for?
it?
Like long term, short term, just for fun?
Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out, to be
Same,
honest.
same.
I've only like been on this earth for 19 years, so there's a lot for me to like figure out.
Very true.
Are you involved in anything on campus?
Yeah, so I'm a campus ambassador, and then I'm also on a dance team.
I don't know. Okay, listen, I think that there are two sides. Either you say that you don't know. Aren't you 19? I'm not. It's either like, either you, oh wait, let's actually
You're gonna, like, bust out
move
a
to
movie
another,
now?
okay, to a different pose. There you go. So you're right. You're sorry. Italians in chat, I'm sorry I triggered you, Italians in chat. But there are either two choices. Like, either you say that you don't know because you don't want to scare the other person. You want to wait for what they see. But at that point, you're like more like you're willing to take the chance of like them say I'm for something short term, and you're like you're gonna still try to go for it, and then you get your heart smashed, or you don't want to admit that you're not into long term. You know. Anyway.
No, that's so.
It would be crazy if you did.
I can do like.
I think she should.
Wait, I'll teach you the wave.
If you do, I'll jerk.
Wait, okay, I'll jerk, and then you jerk.
English speaking people. I'm English speaking people, I have a question. What does, it's a dance? Is it a dance? It is. It is. Okay, please.
Fine, I'll take that. I'll take
I don't know what
that.
else to show you.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was good.
your
Is it
turn,
my
your
turn?
turn.
Is it my turn?
Hey.
That's the jerk?
Wait, that was really good.
Is that the jerk? Is that the jerk? That is jerk. Can you do that, chat? Can you do that? I don't know. Wait, let me check. Let me look at it again.
That's pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take
I don't know what
that.
else to show you.
How do you like?
That's pretty good.
skip
That's pretty good.
back?
That was good.
Your
Is it
turn,
my
your
turn?
turn.
Is it my turn?
I got super scared. What is it like? You skip back? You just. What's the point? What is this? Igual the same. Is that how you? Nice. Nice.
Wait, that was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we could dance together a lot.
10 seconds. Okay, rapid fire. So, the weather.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. You said your parents were Chinese, right?
Yeah.
My parents too. Are you Kanto or?
Kanto.
Yeah, Kanto. Let's
Leho,
go.
Leho.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Oh, good to meet you.
Am I muted though? Am I muted? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Am I muted? Muted? My fucking shake. Shake and shake.